Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, real quick, I want to talk about Kandi Speak on it. Y'all know that the Queens of R&B, SWV, and Xscape came on Sunday. Okay, I am a bit behind, but I still want to, kind of chit chat with y'all about everything that Miss Kandi was over there talking about on the Speak on it. Okay, so Kandi wants to give all of the ladies the opportunity, number one, to come on her show. Girl, that's never going to happen. Okay, now Tamika definitely gonna slide. Both of the Tamikas, Tamikas are always, for the most part, operating in the proper order when they're not following others. Okay, so they're gonna slide. But Tasha, that's dead. That's dead because here's the thing. Even though Kandi was trying to recommend that somebody else sit in and do the interview on her behalf, no, because I feel like, in my personal opinion, Tasha is not going to want to have to be held to any form of accountability. She's not going to want to have to answer certain questions, just like she sat in y'all face and didn't even want to answer no damn questions when y'all had to sit down about business. So why you think that lady would come over there to your channel? I think Kandi really just did that so everybody knows, like, hey, I'm good. Okay, on my end, I ain't got no beef. All we do over here is speak on it. So if she got something she want to say and she want to speak on it, then come over here and speak on it. Period. So I think that's what Miss Kandi is on at the end of the day, which is why she extended that offer. Period. And I think it's a good thing that she did it on a actual video and said it out loud, because I do believe that I could see Tasha, if somebody said, did Kandi ever invite you on the show? Because she had the other ladies on there. She had all SWV and the members of Xscape. I mean, were you invited? Because if Kandi would have sent that to a DM or email somebody, I could hear Tasha saying, I never got that. No, I never got it. Even if Kandi showed the email, it'd be like, oh, well, I never got it. So I think it is good, though, that she put it out there for everybody to know, because I do feel like Tamika may say a lot of things. And Kandi is like, I'm tired of you trying to spin these narratives, which is what she said in her speak on it. Like, I don't like that. Like, don't play with me like that. We're going to clear this up now, right? She also tells the story about Sound Exchange and how they were able to collect on their performance royalties, which was told to her by way of Tiny's mom, right? So that's how they got their money. And because they signed up late, they had a good amount of a check available to them, right? She says that the checks were actually dispersed individually versus to them as a group, where they would have had to like split it up, which I liked. Okay. I like that you can, if you're a part of a group, you can get your checks individually, and you ain't got to sit up there and, girl, get the whole check sent to the group or sent to the label company, and then got to sit up there and have it divided up amongst everybody, and you don't even know if you're getting the right amount of money. You see what I'm saying? So I like that they did it in that way. Okay, now Kandi speaks on being told that someone had Tamika's check, so she kind of tries to break down from what she knew how this whole check situation went down, because y'all know Tamika has claimed on the show on more than one occasion that her sister has stolen her money. She says not only her sister, but her sister husband's Rocky, okay, stole her money, put it into their accounts, and was spending up her money, and she didn't know anything about it. She was having to pay on money that she never saw, and she was, running low on cash while her daughter was over there in college, and they out there trying to take care of some stuff. Meanwhile, her mama over here telling her, oh, you don't know what she may have been through. I don't give a fuck what she got going on. Period. Girl, we in the same group. We do the same girl, run me my mother money. And at this point, girl, I got more kids than you. Excuse me? I need my money. It's my money and I want it now. Period. Okay. So Kandi speaks on being told that someone had Tamika's check, going to their address, and that they were signing Tamika's name on the check and depositing it. And I'm just over here shook, because once again, it's the audacity to sign a person's name on a check, and then it's the audacity of the bank teller to deposit it. Do you hear what I say? So I'm wondering, yeah, y'all sisters, y'all probably did this all the time. Ain't no telling. Who knows? Hell, Kandi sat up there and said that y'all gave her an ID of one of y'all cousins when y'all was younger, just so she at 15 could get in the club and party with y'all big grown asses. I'm just telling you what Kandi Burruss said. Okay, I'm just telling you what Kandi said. So if girl, y'all will go that far with the ID, ma'am, excuse me. Yeah, if y'all will go that far with the ID, then girl, it's giving somebody might go that far, honey, when it comes to signing a name on a check. Girl, listen, I was not there, girl. This is an opinion, not a fact. Don't come down on me, because like I said, girl, this is an opinion, not a fact. I'm just telling you what it kind of looked like, and it's giving skeptical. But let's go ahead and keep going. So Tamika reached out to the company and she learned that the checks had already been deposited, child, and she could not get it back unless she pressed charges on them. And here's the other question that I got, y'all. Ooh, here's the other question. Here's the other question. I do not know how much older Tamika is than Kandi. And I'm wondering when those checks got sent. Could they have possibly gotten sent to her? And I'm not accusing her mama, y'all. This is just a question. I have a question that need answers, okay? Could the check have gone to her mother's house? And if the check went to her mother's house and Tamika was likely underage, maybe possibly, could her mother have signed off on her check addressed to her as a minor and paid it in her account? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Girl, don't come for me. Do not come for me, girl. I'm just asking questions. And keep in mind, these are opinions. These are not fact based. Okay. These is not facts. These is questions. These are not accusations. Okay. This is, and girl, you could say an alleged question. I'm just trying to understand because the people is asking for Tamika's money. Okay. The people say they're going to take y'all to Judge Mathis. Okay. Because they later want her money. I'm just telling you what it is. Okay. But let's keep going. All right. Now, um, Tamika didn't want to go this route. And the route that she didn't want to go was the pressing charges because once she called the company and learned that the money was in her somebody's account, they said, girl, you can get it back. Yeah, we'll give it back to you. We'll run that, but you're going to have to run up to your local police station and you're going to have to go ahead and file some paperwork and press them up the charges. What? Yeah, I'm just telling you what it is you're going to have to do. That's the only option we have. So Tamika was like, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Makes so much sense. She kept like Tamika did so much talking about how she looked out for her sister, how she had her back, how she was there for her, all of this stuff, right? Even when her sister was dog it's wrong, Tamika has still taken up for her sister. And this is not just words of Tamika. These are words of Kandi Burruss and Tiny co-signing that this is what happened. Actually, I feel like Kandi was more vocal about this before Tamika even started being. Right. So it makes a lot of sense as to why she would not do this. And based on how her mother treats her, y'all heard the voicemail when her mama called and went off on her. Then we heard out of Tamika's mouth when she said that her mom was like, you don't know what she was going through. So if Tamika would have pressed charges on her sister at that time, she would have definitely been out the family. Talk about outcasted, girl. You would have definitely been casted out for sure if she would have did that. So I understand kind of why she did not do it, even though a lot of us are like, girl, forget all of that. I would have did, I would have pressed, I would have did this, I would have pressed, I would have did this, I would have pressed. I don't know what I would have did in her situation. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I probably would have pressed them, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Do press that 911. Come get these folks, cause they decided to took my check, girl. And people gotta eat. Period. All right. But let's go ahead and keep going. So Kandi seems to allege, in my opinion, where I feel like she seems to allege that there has been some shady dealings. Now, Jamie asked a question off camera where she was asking about like shady dealings and stuff. She was like, has any of that happened? Have y'all dealt with anything like that in the past and y'all just never sort through it? And Kandi said, oh yeah. Yeah, girl, it's been plenty of shady dealings involving them folks, girl. And we just, we'll talk about it, but nothing will really get resolved. So I mean, girl, we just, keep it pushing. So girl, it's just making me think when Kandi said that, girl, it's a legend that some other shady things went down between y'all that includes Miss Tasha probably being the shady one, which is why y'all believe what Miss Tamika is saying. Oh, I would like to know. So Kandi addresses the Tasha claims about her solo career not flourishing. Kandi says that she didn't like that she had all this drama with her own sister, but she tried to drag her name into the mess. And I was here for that when Kandi said it, because before I even watched Speak on It, when I did my review, I talked about that. I said, why are y'all bringing up Kandi out of absolutely nowhere when I thought the beef was with your sister? It was so left field. And Kandi said something that was really interesting that I can appreciate. Right? Kandi says that she felt like not Tamika, but Tasha bringing up her name and trying to her, she felt like she did that to deflect from what was happening with her sister and hoping that the cameras did not, or at least the producers did not dive deeper into that scenario with she and her sister, right? She would rather maintain the beef between her and Kandi. She would rather that to continue to move forward. And I'm like, girl, no ma'am, this is not how that go. But let's go ahead and let's keep going. All right. Now, Kandi lets us know insider details about what happened at Tiny's house. She said when they spoke on new management, Tasha brought the convo back to Kandi when they were sitting down. They were trying to get new management. And at some point, Tasha brought the conversation back to Kandi because we did kind of hear her say, we have too many things that we need to sort out. And I thought she was talking about them as a group. But it seems like Kandi was saying that no, she was talking about Kandi. But they cut some of that out. So we didn't see that back and forth that she and Tasha may have had, right? They didn't show us that. But I'm just telling y'all what it is, Miss Kandi saying. She told me some Tasha said we got some issues that we gotta work out, and I've tried to be a friend. And Kandi was like, BIT girl, when have you tried to be my friend? Girl, you've never tried to be my friend. Stop the cap. When did you reach out to me? And Tamika started talking about when she reached out to Kandi years ago. And Candy's like, what? You still holding on to that happened years ago? Like, girl, I've been around you. I've worked with you. I've filmed with you. We've done this together. We've done like, girl, and you still holding on to that? Girl, you know Tasha gonna hold on. Okay, just holding on to hang on like Mimi on that shower rod. But let's keep going. So Kandi says Tasha was trying to make it seem like their beef was the reason she wasn't ready to move forward with the show and the group. When I feel like, and I'm glad that Kandi brought this up, Kandi says, I feel like it was that deal. And I'm like, let's go, Kandi. See, we be on the same page. I ain't even there. I'm not even there. Let's connect, okay? Kandi says that she had already had that gospel deal by that time. And basically what she was doing, which is something that she always does, which is pretty much saying, acted like whenever she secures an opportunity, she tries to treat Xscape any kind of way, the other members any kind of way, because obviously she thinks that she doesn't need them anymore. That makes so much sense because just like they mentioned years prior when Tasha thought she was going to have that solo deal, she started SHIing on the ladies. And I blame that raggedy ass mama because I feel like she got her hyped up like that. Period. Okay. You can go, y'all two can go back to having babies, and Kandi, you can go and do boo, 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 whatever you got going on because I'm going to go solo. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Right? Getting all snobbish with the attitude, coming in with the stank face. But as soon as things ain't working out in her life the way that she wanted, then she want to come back and be all hee hee ha. Girl, I know that is too funny. I saw that too. Girl, did you see it? Like she be trying to come back being all laughy. Girl, don't laugh with me. Don't laugh with me, ma'am. So I believe everything Kandi said. When them opportunities run dry, she be trying to come over there and get with them. No, ma'am. And they let her back in because how can they not? Like, they're a unit. Like, that's what they want, right? But anywho, she also lets us know that Tasha changed her number on everybody. So y'all remember last fall when the whole debacle came out about the dresses at the Soul Train Awards and how they look different and this and that. Girl, it was like a beef going on social media. So much so this woman came out that was allegedly Rocky's mistress. She done came out. Then she retracted her statements, and then she came back out and said that, hey, I'm out here because I only retracted my statements for him. But it's true. Girl, this was a whole lot of mess. You know what I'm saying? But once all of that debacle went down, Tasha changed her number. Ain't nobody had her number. But here was the gag for me. It's the fact that she finally gave Tiny her number. So basically Tiny ain't had your number for about 3-4 months, at least 3, I would think. Tiny ain't had your number that long, but now that y'all about to promote the show, you see that there's a benefit in it for you because you're over there hosting a listening party or whatever. You invite Tiny and then say, oh, and bring the girls. And if I was them, I would have looked at Tiny up and down and said, you should have known better than to relay that message to us, because I'm not going nowhere with a person that don't fuck with me. What do I look like attending your party to make you look good to press? Hello? Thinking I'm finna stream it or post to my followers or whatever. What do I look like coming to your stuff for you to utilize my personal image outside of my group image with you? Because that's all you finna get from me. My personal image. What do I look like? And I can't even have your personal number. Girl, you don't get your ma'am. No, ma'am. And I wonder if they went, because I don't recall Kandi saying that they went. But I just feel away. Like, BIT, no. You don't get to throw me away and think you get to use me for your benefit. Absolutely not. Absolutely, girl. Come get her. Mama Glow, come get your kid. She tripping. All right. So Kandi says that she didn't like how Tasha tried to focus on her issues. And we talked about that instead of focusing on her sister issues. Because see, she thought that it was going to go away when it came down to the sister. But see, she didn't know Tamika was going to go as hard as Tamika been going. Tamika done went over there to Tamika and Kandi and cry. Tamika done went over there to doggone Taj and cry. I feel like she gonna go over there to Lily and Coco in a minute and cry some more. Period. She done went over there to the YouTube, did more than one video on your head top. Where y'all didn't know she was gonna push it. Push it, push it, push it real good. Y'all didn't know she was gonna push it like that, but she did. Okay, so Kandi highlights all of the songs when it came down to the three albums, the first three albums, right? She goes in to show how she sung lead on a lot of those songs. So this whole narrative that Tasha's putting out there, trying to say, oh, well, Kandi, every time I was saying lead, Kandi would get so bad. I said, girl, I was the lead singer. Like, girl, I don't know why she was so pressed about me. Kandi was like, girl, I ain't got no reason to be pressed. Pressed for what? Press. Kandi don't need no more press. Okay, girl, why? I used to lead sing all the time. Like, what is you talking about, girl? Let's next. I done already debunked that fact. What else we got going on next? So Tasha, she talks about Tasha trying to get this solo deal. And she says that when Tasha tried to go and get that solo deal, it actually affected their third album, right? Because, or at least them getting a higher percentage, because what they were trying to do was go and say, hey, we've done these numbers on album 1 and 2. We think we should get a bigger pay cut, whatever, when it came down to the album, right? The third album. But what happened was Tasha went and kind of was like, hey, I'm trying to go solo. Like, we need to make some things shake because that's what I'm trying to do. So because she was trying to go solo, they used Tasha going solo against them. And I guess they assumed that the group wasn't going to be successful. The group wasn't going to be the group anymore. Why would we sit up there and give you that money or whatever? So basically, when they needed an out, Tasha gave them that out. Not that she meant to do that intentionally, because I'm sure she did not know that is what was going to happen. But it was something that happened, okay? Kandi clears up why she was pissed about this particular situation. And that was what pissed her off about the third album, right? With the whole singing thing, which is where I think Tasha may get this narrative from. When I sung lead, Kandi got mad, because now that I'm thinking about it, if Kandi primarily sung lead and then all of a sudden Tasha sung lead, it does look like, to Tasha, I can understand where Tasha's coming from, where it seems like, okay, bad because I'm the one singing lead now, like she pressed. No, when Kandi said it this time, I understood it. The narrative Tasha trying to spin is the narrative of how she understands this. And she's only willing to understand it from that perspective, which is hers. She's not willing to look outside the box. I see exactly what Kandi's saying. Soon as Kandi started talking, before she wrapped it up, I already knew. I was like, ain't no fucking way we finna do an album as a group. You think you finna put this bitch on all of the songs using this third album to promote her solo album? You're out your fucking mind. If you're gonna give her a solo album, what is the point of her singing all of the lead over here? But then I'm one of the also dominant leaders of the songs, and you want me to come in and put my vocals underneath hers or above hers or whatever, so it can seem like it's the Xscape song? Are you out your fucking mind? Absolutely not. No, y'all wanted to give her that deal so bad. Y'all agreed to that deal so bad. Work on that deal. Period. But don't be trying to put her on this album to sing all of the damn songs when that's not how we've always operated. And then 2, y'all are using our album as a segue to her solo. And I feel Kandi on that. Like, that's not making sense. Like, yeah, if it's 10 songs on an album, maybe get her 4 of them bitches that she sings lead, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But girl, not all of them. And you got these girls trying to sign up to be background singers. So basically, you trying to set up this next third album promo to look like, you're trying to change the narrative of the group to make it look like she is the solo artist, so that when it's time for her solo album to sell, people would have already digested her as a lead singer in that particular role where she could stand on her own, but using the fan base of Xscape, they was gonna follow her anyway. Follow her anyway. But why are you trying to play on the top of the other ladies? Like, girl, no. So anyway, let's keep going. So then, let's see. Kandi also clears up she clears up the solo deal album situation. She basically said that she did not stop Tasha's shine. She says, I didn't stop that lady shine. I ain't have nothing to do with this. That was all on her. How can I stop your shine when I wasn't even signed to the same label as you? You were signed to So Def. I was signed to Columbia. Your album was going to drop, and then mine was going to come right behind yours. So what are you talking about? I mean, the whole conversation of you trying to say I was smashing on Jermaine and all this other stuff, whatever, girl, that ain't had nothing to do with it. If Jermaine wanted your album to come out, it would have came out. So whatever issues you got, you need to moonwalk over there to him, have a conversation, and find out why your shit didn't come out. But don't put that shit on me. You holding on to some shit, okay, from decades ago. All right, from decades ago, girl. I ain't never stopped you from being who you are. Period. Because you damn sure didn't stop who I was, especially if you feel like you was lead this, lead that, lead this, lead that. Then, girl, how did I be who I am? Girl, they say never let a freshman take your spot. Oops. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. So Candy says Tasha waited until they got the show deal to be shopping around for her gospel deal. And yeah, I believe it. I believe that. And I feel like she has been very calculated or trying to be and not working out very well. She's been trying to be calculated by when every time they had these meetings, instead of her like, really giving her true thoughts, she come in there with a funky attitude and I just need to pray about it and I don't know. And then it's always I need to pray about it. One, that's because she got that gospel deal. Two, because I think she's concerned about how the Christian artist is going to look at her on the show and how they might perceive her just a bit. And she's still trying to digest how she's going to manage Xscape as well as having that solo career. So I feel like it's a method to her madness and her lack of wanting to participate, but it's like you're still giving us something by not responding, like by coming out every time with a stank attitude. So whatever you think that you might be trying to shield and hide or whatever for your Christian fan base or your gospel fan base or whatever, girl, like it's still not giving because of the funky attitude that you have every time you walk into a scene. So it's kind of like, do I even want to really listen to the music? Oh, girl, because then I'm gonna feel like it's fake. But either way, long story short, whatever album Tasha was working on back then, it never came out. Okay. It never came out. And if you ask me, she might need to check with her husband. Definitely have a conversation with Jermaine because I'm wondering if her husband could have messed up that deal coming out for her. But who knows, girl? I don't know who messed it up. Maybe it was her. Maybe it was that ego. Maybe she walked in with that attitude that she be walking in and all the other scenes, girl. And they said not today. Not today's thing. But anyway, girl, I just wanted to come chit chat with y'all real quick about Kandi. Speak on it. Okay. So you guys go ahead and speak on it yourselves down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about everything that we just discussed. All right. That's all I got. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.